How do you get more traffic to your website? Because more traffic equals more customers. There's a direct correlation between that. Not only am I going to be covering that, but I'm also going to be showing you how to spy on your competitors so you can see how much traffic they are actually getting and even what they're ranking for on Google. My name is Harrison Barron from growth-generators.com. You've already heard what we're covering today. We help companies with sales training and marketing. Before I get into the material or the content, I should say, two quick things. One, masterclass, as always, down in the links below. And two, if you haven't joined the free Discord yet, I don't know what to tell you. You're missing out. There's a lot of good conversations. People are growing their businesses. It's the best thing out there, and it is completely free. I don't even ask for an email address to get in there. So let's get into today's content because there is a ton of stuff that we have to cover. So how do you get actually free traffic? Now, we've already talked about blog posts, and there's a lot to know about blog posts. I'm not going to lie to you. There's quite a bit. But if you imagine every single blog post as an opportunity to get more traffic from Google completely for free, you can then perceive and start to understand why it's actually important. Now, I will lay this down as a blanket statement. 99, probably 0.99. My math might not be 100% correct, but based on what I've seen, MSPs do not write a single blog post. They spend a ton of money with a marketing company. They build this beautiful, sexy, nice looking website, and then it just sits there and nothing gets done. I mean, it is the saddest thing in the world. Your website is a dynamic sales machine. And if you're not using it like that, where you're adding in new content, you're building it, you're making it better, you're constantly tweaking and adjusting, it's just not going to perform. Now, if you've paid for a website, you're already halfway there. And if you want to build it yourself, totally cool too. That is the foundation of future success. There's so much to go into it. So I'm going to be sharing my screen here. We're going to be going through some of the competitors in the world, some of what people are, this one website I found on Google has ranked the 20 best websites for MSPs, but I really want to break down what they are all not doing, how to cover it, and why it's actually important. And I'm actually going to also include a little bonus in there for you as well. So let's jump into my computer here and start getting into it. So CyberOptic, I don't know who they are. They built this blog post, and I've already used the first 5. We've gone through that already. I'm not going to use the first 5. I'm going to use the next handful. So right off the bat, we got dedicated IT. Now, I've already gone to their blog, and they actually have blogged, but I'm going to start to critique it. Now, overall, an IT service experience like no other. Love the website. It's actually quite nice. It is really, really beautiful. It's well done. I don't particularly love the blue on the blue. A little hard to see the logo, but I totally get it. Overall, great. Now, I already preloaded some of these just to save myself loading time here. And 5 ways an MSP can simplify IT management for your ophthalmology practice. Now, hyper specific. Somebody would have to be searching something along the lines of how to use IT to make my ophthalmology practice better. And that's okay. There might be a very small section of the market who is actually going to look at that. The cool part is when you're so niched down like that, your target market is actually going to find it, which is fantastic. But, big but, they kind of dropped the ball. Now, I'm also going to critique too, if you're going to format this, make it formatted correctly. Like, user experience wise, awful, right? I like that they have all these. Now, 5 ways. This could not be worse. Managed IT system can be a complex task for ophthalmology practices. It's already touching the top. Awful experience. There's no images in here, right? It's very lackluster. And really, their 5 tips, there's nothing like, hey, here's a secret sauce. Like, this is actually how you go do this. Or like, here's a couple different ways. Like, it really adds, if you were just reading this, and it doesn't have to be ophthalmology practice. You can pretty much copy and paste this to anybody out there, right? Consolidate vendor management, partnering with an MSP. Like, this just says, hey, we're going to do the work for you. It doesn't actually tell you anything about it. Instead of dealing with multiple vendors, an MSP, not a one-stop shop for all IT needs, this allows practices to focus on their core business functions and leave IT management experience. There is so much missing from that. Well, just consolidate your vendors and hire us. We'll do everything. Oh, you have a computer? Hire us. We'll take care of it. No big deal. Improve your security. Hey, 5 ways to simplify it. Improve your security. Asking somebody who has no idea about technology how to improve or give any advice on how to improve it. I feel like I'm dealing with some of my competitors. There's just no there's no reason anyone would want to read this. Increase efficiency. Now, I'm not bashing on dedicated IT. They probably buy it from somebody else. That's besides the point. But like reduce costs, partnering with an MSP can help ophthalmology practices reduce costs by eliminating the need to hire. Like this shows the reader you have zero idea on what is actually going on in an ophthalmology practice. It's kind of rough, right? And how healthcare organizations can fight cyber attacks with an MSP. Okay, let's look at this. Here's another super lackluster, thin article. There's just no, cybersecurity continues to be a pain in healthcare. Obviously, the size of healthcare cybersecurity risk talks about some very generic statistics with a link, which is nice. Taking the fight back to cyber criminals. Somebody reading this, right, who might be in a healthcare agency, right? You can only stop the security threats you see. So it's vital to ensure that you have monitoring technology to discover and prevent vulnerabilities across your entire network. I mean, like, if your target customer, like I try to portray this in every single thing. Go through your buyer persona. It is the best thing I've ever made. Every single one of you that either hires me, joins the Discord, anything. Even if you talk to my competitors, they're like, well, what about my buyer persona? Like, what do you mean your buyer persona? This is who I want to target. And they're like, well, that doesn't really matter. You have to be laser focused on this person. Every single thing you do is for your buyer persona. And if you don't do that, you are leaving money. You are just missing opportunities here. I'm going to turn a quick light on. But there is so much opportunity to make content that your target reader or target customer or target prospect would love to read. There is no competition. Let's go to the next website here. It's kind of crazy to me, but this could not be any less sexy and exciting. So we have VC3 Decom. I don't know who they are. Get IT and cybersecurity out of sight, out of mind, and out of your way, which I like. I mean, the messaging, all these websites are actually quite nice, right? We have about VC3 services, industries, resources, client support. Beautiful website. Well done. This was probably a $15,000 to $20,000 website, if not more. I dig it. And then IT and cybersecurity resources. So let's go in here. Now, right off the bat, I'm seeing 4-minute read, 2-minute read, 2-minute read. We got an image this time, at least. Props. The word maturity is part of the cybersecurity maturity model certification for a reason. 3 most common advanced technology businesses, 3 most common advanced technologies businesses need for their CMMC remediation plan. Okay. More generic information. That person that you're specifically thinking about, I don't see it framed in here, but 3 CMMC remediation plan must-haves. Multi-factor authentication, good. Talks a little bit about it. We're getting better here. Related, right? And we also have another article. I don't know. It's by them. Multi-factor, right? Multi-factor authentication options for businesses, what to do, how they work, and how much they cost. Not a bad article. This is actually a really good article. Like, it's probably needs a little bit more beefing up, but it's a start. Endpoint detection and response, EDR, great. A little bit about it, fantastic. Security information and event management seem good. A little bit more about it. It's a better article, especially compared to dedicated IT. I mean, this is a world difference better. Whoever's actually going out and creating this content, you can tell they kind of know what they're doing. Like, this is great. This is a great start for any MSP. Now, in the MSP world, we are constantly working on new technologies. I'm going to pull up a third website here just to show you guys, but we're constantly working on new stuff. Your target client, you're probably already working in their environment. Hopefully. Go make content that they would love to read. how to get better, how to be more safe, what they can do, what they need to hire out for, where things get a little murky, where it's better off getting a professional involved versus a DIY solution involved. Like, there is so much opportunity in here. Red flags for what to look for. Like, think about it, right? We all learned back in school who, what, where, when, why, and maybe how. If you're not answering all of those in every single article, you're probably missing the boat. And I am vastly oversimplifying this. But the amount of content that I see that is so thin, there's no benefit in reading because it's just ChatGPT garbage. Yes, I said it. Somebody just got angry with me. You can't ChatGPT this. It has to come from you. You can use ChatGPT to leverage it and help you write certain areas. But at the end of the day, the content actually has to come from you. So we did VC3. I'm going to go to Medicus IT. I don't know. I just pulled these up from the article here. But evaluate your healthcare organization with transformational IT. Great. Looks a little crushed in here. I'd probably like to see a little bit more. I like the scans, though. That's cool. I wonder if they actually did that or that's from Shutterstock. All good. Beautiful website. Simple, clean, easy. I'm a big fan of it all. So let's go to some resources here. What do we got on the blog? This is the most important thing because all of these pages do matter, but not that much. So we have a little blog post here. Once again, super, super thin. Unveils technology. Okay, so this is more of like a, not a case study, but a news announcement. You know, Medicus's IT strengths in ECW application supports continuous transformational health. These are not really blog posts. These are more like newsletters / like party with us. We're the best at what we do kinds of things. There's no value in here. And if you think about it, right, every single website is going to have all of the content. Some websites are going to have more content. Some websites are going to have less content. But your blog likes to see, or Google likes to see, that you're constantly adding new stuff to your blog. Let's do some quick math. Believe it or not, after I've built about 150 plus websites, and that number consistently grows, actually we're probably closer to 200 plus now. Most websites, especially for smaller businesses, only have on average between 1 and maybe 3,000 words. Now, if you've gone to college, you've probably written not a blog, but some kind of response, something like that to you'd have to write a paper in one regard or another. That was probably like 1,000 to 3,000 words. Most websites have less, believe it or not, less than 1,000. Most MSP websites typically have between 1 and 3 because they have pages for their services that they actually offer. Now, I'm not saying I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. I happen to know SEO extremely, extremely well. It's kind of what we did before we got in the MSP world. So I just want to share with you guys blog posts, right? And why they are really, really important. And I'm going to actually pull some stuff up. I do like that they have a subscribe to our blog. This is HubSpot all the way. I can just tell based on the way it operates. And that's okay. Like, this company didn't do anything wrong. They're just not creating the opportunity for Google to send free traffic. Now, you guys obviously have already seen all this. I have growth-generators.com/blog. In here, bunch of content, new blog posts, 12 essential services every MSP should offer to maximize success. Good. Now, currently, to be fully transparent, we are writing blog posts to correlate with our videos as of right now, especially because I'm creating a ton of it. But how much does an MSP cost to start? I'll just use this blog post. It's fairly well written, right? Could it use some tweaks? Could it use a little bit more beefing up? Of course it could, but it covers quite a bit. There's images, it's easy to read. It fully lays it out. It actually mentions the video in there so somebody can go through and read that. That's the beautiful part about all this. Now, this could be significantly longer and it will grow over time, but this is a well-written blog post. It's properly structured. There's plenty of information in there. So let's get through the nitty-gritty here. I told you about the blog post, what we were going to be covering. Let's figure out how to cheat. There's a software out there called Ubersuggest. In Ubersuggest, it's totally free. You can go through and you could actually enter in somebody else's website. Now, I just searched dedicatedit.com, so you can go through and see it, and it'll run in real time. And they get 161 organic keywords with 312 monthly visitors, which is really not many. 300 visitors is about 10 per day. Some of you guys might be jumping to joy if you got 10 visitors a day. Some of you guys might be pretty upset. They've gotten 1,000 backlinks, which tells me they've probably been around for a while, and they have a domain authority of 20. I'm going to cover all of this in extreme detail down the road. Figure domain authority is how much Google trusts you. Links are links from other websites back to you. Your organic monthly traffic, this is not 100% accurate. It's a best guess. And then what they're currently ranking for, about 161 keywords. You can see all of this data, but I really just want you to look and see what they're actually getting their traffic to. Homepage, contact us, but most of it comes from their homepage. So they might be doing some kind of advertising, something of that nature. I've pulled up VC3. Now, VC3 has shown that they are making some kind of steady push to get traffic. They're getting about 7,000-ish visitors per month, and they've consistently grown over time, which is fantastic. They have a ton of backlinks, so they might have some kind of tool, something of that nature. They have a good amount of trust from Google, and they have a ton of organic keywords. And they've put a massive amount of money behind this. If I had to guess, probably in the tens of thousands of dollars per month to really grow this sucker out there. And third, I pulled up Medicus IT. Once again, 540 keywords. They're probably just not adding, as we've seen. Their stuff is case studies and news about the company, not so much, or press releases, I should say, about the company, not so much anything else. They might have had a nice spike of a month, but about 1,100, no real consistent growth. Domain authority 34 means Google kind of trusts them. And then backlinks, they've been around once again for quite a while. And I pulled up my own stuff because I am transparent. We have been getting rid of blog posts, right? We used to get about 2,700 plus 3,000. We were actually doing better, but we were trying to trim the fat on our blog and really make it towards MSPs and just be the best resource for MSPs. But as you can see, we dipped down a little bit, and it always changes up here and there. I can promise you we do get quite a bit more than this, but this is just what it's guessing, right? We actually get about 3 to 4 times this amount that this shows based on research that we've found over this. But you could go in there, plug in your competitors, see what they're doing. We have about 2,500 backlinks. We used to write for big publications. Google trusts us quite a bit, and we do rank for more keywords, and we're constantly working on ranking for more. Once again, we've made some changes. We're trimming the fat on there, but you can go through and start to see this. Now, you might be thinking, Harrison, that was a great video. I'm not done. You guys it's all about the value. I want to make sure this is a super helpful video for you guys. So I've already built out a quick little blog post template. Now, this is only one of the 2 pages. The second page gives you a ton more information on how to go through and get it. If you want it, it is down below. It's a Word document. You can take this, adjust, modify it, all of that good stuff. So how to actually use it. We want to talk about the topic. What topic would our ideal customer absolutely love to read about? How to help their business, how to be more secure with actionable steps. If they are looking to take action, they will. If they're looking to find somebody that knows what they're doing, they will go find them. Targeted keywords. Maybe it is dental practices in Indiana or technology issues in dental practices in Indiana. Just making things up. Synonym keywords, anything of that nature, and related keywords. There's tons of ways that you could think about what other keywords might they be searching. Now, word count goal. This is still accurate, but it's becoming less accurate as the days go on. Unfortunately, with AI, there has been so much to do in there. 500 to 700 words is the short side. Anything over 700 words is okay. And then a long post is about 1,800 to 2,200 words. These are very loose metrics. You can make it significantly longer. I would have highly advised making it shorter. And the best way to think about this is if you were to read your article or have your target customer read your article. I send my articles out to friends, other people in the industry, competitors, all that kind of stuff as often as I possibly can to get feedback. What is this missing? What could be better? What do you think this would need to be just an article that you want to share with your friends? When you have that, things get much easier. We want to come up with an SEO title. How to make your dental practice safer or cybersecurity safe in Indiana. Boom. I know it's not a sweet, sexy title, but that's what they're searching. Come up with some kind of variations of that. Your title should be between 60 and 70 characters. Try not to go too much over that. It does kind of penalize you a little bit. And then your meta description, what Google actually shows underneath. So if I go to in here and I search IT companies Charlotte, as I misspell things. This is your meta description. All this under here. Top tech companies in Charlotte. Top information companies in Charlotte. People read this more than you would think they do. And they're clicking on this. This is the title that they're going to see. It's pretty straightforward. Internal links. What have I already written that I could link out to? Other blog posts, products and services pages, maybe videos that you want to show. And then headings. There's a whole second page to this. If you go down, there's a link down below. You can go grab it. But start using this. If you're going to create content for your website, think about creating something that your target market can actually sit there and read and get value from. And when they do, not just the surface level stuff, but real value, when you do this, you are going to get more traffic. And more traffic always means more leads, which always means more customers. A broken clock is right twice a day. If you give the worst salesperson on the planet an unlimited number of warm leads, they will close them, I promise you. So create the content. Create content that your target market would love. Spy on your competitors. Get ideas. Hit Google. Do the work. I promise you, there is so much opportunity out there on Google because we already saw it. One website made a halfway decent article. There is an unlimited amount of traffic that you can get, and maybe even traffic that you can't even go help them. Maybe they want to do business with you and you're like, I can't do business with them. You could sell that lead to somebody else or refer them out and look like a rock star. There is so much potential on the internet. I hope you guys found some value in this video. As always, I love the heck out of you guys. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification, share it out. Maybe your dog take out your cell phone. Let your dog watch it if he wants to watch this video, or she. That's appreciated. Maybe you got a hedgehog, chinchilla, anything like that. I always appreciate it. I'll see you guys later. I hope I made you guys laugh. Take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.